What is the crack, folks? Welcome along to episode number 89 of the Gym Advisors podcast with myself, Andy Collard. And this one is pretty special as we announce a brand new partner for our members over on thegymadvisors.ie. And that new partner is Lifting the Numbers, aka Orna Daly. Orna, how the hell are you?
Hi, I'm really good, thanks.
We have finally got here. I'm delighted to have you aboard.
We've been arsing around for so long.
I have that conversation with basically every guest we've had these past month or so. Like, there's only one common denominator there, so it's definitely me. But I'm glad we've got there. But come here, look, we'll chat a little bit more about the partnership and your and the business down the line and whatever else. But tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your story?
So basically, I was a quantity surveyor originally, and I just kind of thought, oh, I don't think this is for me. But I had a lot of skills from that, and then I did a virtual assistance course, and then I was like, I'm really interested in the gym and like all this Excel stuff. So I was like, how can I, kind of marry all that stuff together? And then Lifting the Numbers was born. So,
what was it about quantity surveying that you thought, not for me? Is it just the whole lifestyle, the whole idea of doing it for the rest of your life? What was the idea behind it, or what made you want to go, I've got something else to do here?
Yeah, like I didn't want to work in like an office, like God bless people that do, but it's just like not for me. Do you know what I mean? And like it was really what it was like when we went into like isolation and I had to work from home alone. I was like, I miss like interacting with people, and then it's hard to do a job that you're not super passionate about. I'm more passionate about like fitness and stuff like that, than buildings.
It's a good thing to be passionate about, in fairness.
Yeah.
So look, you talked there about like lifting the numbers, how it was born and stuff. It's, to me, like, I'm in the industry a few years now and have had a bit of experience like in other sectors and all that. Virtual assistants. Tell us a little bit about the business. What do you do? What services do you provide?
So basically, I was kind of doing it for my friend without realizing. She's a personal trainer and does like online coaching as well. And she'd always be like, Orna, like, how do I do this on Excel? Or like, can you show me how to add in a signature into my email? And just like little admin bits that like I wouldn't think twice about, but I know to someone else it wouldn't really be like second nature to them. So it'd be like admin, Excel files, and then as well, once you have kind of enough information, you could even go down the road of like the data analysis, which is what I'd be mainly interested in. So like if your clients are satisfied, like how can we rate that and display it so that it's like easily represented and then easily read for everyone.
I love that. Like when you were obviously looking and trying to combine all these things, all these skills, what made you think the fitness industry is something that needs this?
So doing the virtual assistance course, it's called Pro Virtual Training. I was on a coaching call with the girl who runs it, and we were just kind of like brainstorming ideas. And I was just like, oh, I have all these skills. And like I'm just super interested in the fitness industry. And I was like, I don't want to be a personal trainer, but I still want to help, kind of make the process as smooth as possible for not only the personal trainers, but like the people who are getting the service. Cause like I've had coaches and everything, and like I've really benefited from it. And I just want everyone else who has a coach to be able to like have a really good experience with it. So yeah.
Like I talk to coaches a lot, and to be honest, it kind of relates to the gym advisors as well, because we want really good coaches to be found by the regular people, so their ideal client or whatever it might be. And one big offput to that in regular life these days is social media. I haven't got the time to post every day. I haven't got the time to do this. I haven't got the skills or expertise. The amount of times I hear I'm not great with tech. So like this is just another area of that where it's like, you're not great with tech, or you're not great, you just don't find the time for it. These are the kind of jobs I can hand off to Orna, and I know they're being done. I know they're being done well.
Yeah, definitely. Social media does like come into it as well, but I think some people kind of, their Instagram page might be like their baby. So they might be more reluctant to hand that over. That's where I'm kind of coming from, the like admin and data analysis sort of side because I don't think Excel spreadsheets are are anybody's babies except mine.
Well, come here. Talk to me about this, about your love of Excel. Then, like, how, for obviously you do the kind of the admin side of things that we talked about. The even just like the like turn to Orna and go, I don't want to put a signature in or whatever. But these Excel spreadsheets, we see them all the time with online coaches and check-ins and all that. How do you go about making one? Or not so much how do you go about it, but one of your things that you do is kind of make these really slick looking Excel spreadsheets so that people can manage and measure progress. How important is that to your clients?
Really important. Like even from like the reason I'm so interested in it is like if I have an online coach, like I'm a bit of a brat. I'm like, oh, I think you should do it this way, or like I think we should have like I think you should measure this as well, you know, the kind of way. So I've been on the other side. So when I'm talking to coaches, I'm like, I think your clients would really benefit from like XYZ. And then like it's so easy to add or subtract anything that they might want to add or subtract. Like some people want resting heart rates. Some people don't. Some people are more nutrition focused. Some people don't want the body weight in there at all, you know?
I love the idea because we do some kind of series of questions sometimes where we ask our guests the same question for like 3 or 4 weeks on the bounce. And one of the ones that we did recently or a while ago now at this stage was like, how do you measure progress? So having that the individuality for the Excel spreadsheets and like for a coach to be able to go, well, this client wants to measure. Like, I think we can measure all these things. This client, maybe they're not. They have some issues with the scales. Maybe we can take off the body weight or whatever. That's really fucking important. And I think having that is such a removal of such a barrier to people who want to do online coaches, particularly what we've seen over the past 2 years, where people who would never have thought of becoming an online coach have had to go online.
Yeah.
Um, so like, let's pick something that you do. I know you measure like satisfaction and stuff like that, and drop off rate and stuff like that. What is the most important thing for a personal trainer to measure as they're kind of keeping track of data analysis and all that sort of stuff?
Like I think everyone kind of automatically goes to like money, money, money. Like I need to look at my cash flow and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, like your clients are your business. Like if they're not happy, then they're not going to stick around, and then you've no money. So I think like the best thing to do is like getting feedback from people and like testimonials and stuff. But if you can make that anonymous, like SurveyMonkey would be like an anonymous way to do it, as opposed to Google Forms, which is like not anonymous. And like I think people are more inclined to be a bit more honest if they can hide behind a bit of anonymity. And then once you have their honest feedback, like most people just do want to improve your service and like make it better for the next person. So I think to ignore people's feedback is just silly. So I think that that's just most important thing, your client satisfaction.
Unreal. Or on top of SurveyMonkey or Google Forms, the thegymadvisors.ie do reviews, so it's perfect.
Exactly.
And you can remain anonymous as well. So like we talked a little bit in terms of the spreadsheets and all that sort of stuff. Um, when we've talked initially, or I love your passion for your work, but also the fitness industry. And like you said, you've combined the two. Can you tell us a little bit about what you are offering our members on the gymadvisors.ie?
Yeah. So at the moment, it kind of runs on like a subscription membership type of thing. So you pay for the virtual assistant for the month, and then you get a certain amount of, you know, admin, data analysis, Excel sheets. I have one option here if you're not looking for, or if you're not ready for a complete virtual assistant. I offer spreadsheet creation, so like client check-ins, training sheets, just little or even nutrition trackers. So that'll be 10% off for Gym Advisors members. And then if you are ready and you've enough, you know, kind of clients and stuff under your belt and you need a bit of help with your admin and all that sort of thing, if you sign up for 3 months, you'll get 15% off. If you sign up for 6 months, you'll get 20. And then if you sign up for 12 months, you'll get 25% off your time with me.
That is unreal. It's a really good offer, especially, and like I said, we do the same where we kind of value and reward loyalty. So to sign up for the long one and get a quarter of your fucking thing off is incredible. Or tell me, like we talked a little bit about the virtual assistant, but like what can people expect when they come to you? How can you help streamline their work, or how do you help improve their offering to their clients and members?
So I'll talk about a client I just had recently. He's a newly qualified personal trainer, and he wanted to get into online coaching, as most people have over the past couple of years. And basically, he had all this information, like a nutrition guidelines, and he had like a welcome pack, kind of going from point A to point B, like in layman's terms and stuff like that. And it was just it was in like a PowerPoint presentation, like a Word document, like it was such good information, but it just needed to be presented in a better way. So what I did was I created, a couple of PDFs for him, cleaned it up, spruced it up, it looked really well, and like it still had all the great info in there. And then as well, he was like, "Oh, I think some, Instagram templates could be a good idea. If you had three solid ones, and then you can just kind of recycle them so that you have a bit of cohesion throughout your grid as well." And then for the Excel sheets, we created the training sheets. He'd be more into like the powerlifting side of things as well. And then we made check-in sheets for male and female, because they differ slightly, obviously. And then what was the last thing? Oh yeah, so a lot of people know of what's it called? A lot of people know of Google Drive, but
Mhm.
I don't think a lot of people know like how it works. So I just kind of like give people a bit of a crash course on how to use it, and like I'll set up their Google Drive and put everything in the right place, and all you have to do is drag and drop, that sort of thing. Like I'll get on a call with people, I'll run through it with them, and then as well I offer like an open door policy. So like if you accidentally delete everything, or like if you need a hand with anything in the future, like my door always open. Like it would take me 2 seconds to redo something or send it back over to you. So I think that's really important as well. Like it's not just like we're done, goodbye. Like we need to keep like that contact going so that we can kind of like keep working together and like build each other up.
That is unreal. And to be honest, the way you're selling it, and there's not one person, not one coach in the industry who wouldn't need something similar to that, because it's very much let's get your basics set up, and then you are freed up time wise, and you're going in the right direction. So, like I said, there's not one PT or coach who wouldn't need something like that, particularly someone who's online and even new to the industry as well, like you said. And look, you're not getting off easy like everyone else that we have on the podcast. We're getting you to throw 3 songs on our Spotify playlist. The way you're reaching for your phone, I can tell you right now, you don't remember what songs
No,
you
I
sent on
don't.
to me. Or like, can you tell me your 3 songs?
So the first one is Falling Away From Me by Korn. The second one is Guerrilla Radio, Rage Against the Machine. And then the last one, perfect for leg day, My Own Summer by Deftones.
Class. Or when those 3 songs, are they the type of music you listen to all the time? Are they just for, as you said, leg day for when you're searching for PBs? Or is there anything that connects them all, or is it just that they're 3 banging songs that you want to have on repeat all the time?
So like they would be my 3 proper like PB, like let's do this kind of songs in the gym. I wouldn't listen to that walking around Tesco or anything. I would be running into people.
Always good to know your limits. I like
Yeah.
it. So Orna, that's unreal. I've really enjoyed today. It's a very quick hitter. People can find you, like members of the Gym Advisors can find you on the community. That's how they can avail of the discounts and even the spreadsheets as well. But you're also on, like everyone else, you're on Instagram. Can you tell people where we can find you?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. It's at lifting the numbers, all one word. And if you want to email me as well, it's ornadalyva@gmail.com.
Class, Orna, because like I said, our members can avail a discount from the community, but there isn't I know you focus on the fitness industry, but look, there's many people who could do this no matter what industry they're involved in. So any listeners out there who might need this sort of stuff, who doesn't? It sets everyone up for success. Might give you a shout on that email address. Orna, this has been a nice short one. Thank you so much for your time, though. It's been brilliant.
Thank you so much.
To the rest of you, though, as always, hasta la fitness, baby.